Hello, Namaste. There was a case against H.D. Revanna, the former minister of Karnataka, who is also JDS party leader, strong man, and who hails from Hassan district, Hole Narsipura constituency. He is also a son of former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda. Anyhow, the things are that he was accused of kidnapping a victim, right? That was the serious case against him. There were also charges like whether it was 362 of IPC or 364 of the IPC. However, the interesting fact is that there was an SIT formed, right? Even then, there was an inquiry. Mr. Revanna was arrested. However, he got a bail. If the charges are so strong and if the case is so strong, and it is also an important case of kidnapping, probable instance of seeking a ransom. It may be, may not be. However, the case in which it was supposed to be very serious, he got a bail. Now the question is whether it was a conspiracy against H.D. Revanna or whether it was a deviation tactic by H.D. Revanna to deviate the issue from his son. Prajwal Revanna's major issue of harassment of women, or the famous case, or very, I mean, infamous, or let's say it's more than the in a negative connotation, famous in a negative connotation, that must be put across. However, there was a serious charges against Mr. Prajwal Revanna, who was a former MP and who ran away from India. Now, the whole subject we need to understand before getting into the matter of HD Revanna. The thing is very clear. There was Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka. So it was about Hassan elections, and the rumors and news started spreading that there were like many pen drives being circulated across Hasana, which was supposed to be, or which was said to be, the videos recorded by or videos of Mr. Prajwal Revanna, who was the then MP who was also contesting in this election as a joint candidate between JDS and BJP, or joint candidate of BJP JDS. So he was an alliance candidate. However, there was news that many pen drives were being circulated, and it was also said in news, and rumors are to be believed if they are true, that there were like 2370 plus videos, or there were like 2700 plus videos. Many said there were 3000 plus videos, etc., etc. Those were the news. But the idea was that the serious charge of sexual harassment, yeah, of women, one. And then two things must be understood. Yeah, if the accused person has committed this crime, yes. If not, why did he run away? That is the basic question. Then, who recorded these videos? Two. Okay, fine. If it was the intimate affairs of a person with consent, that is also a question in law, or it is an important question whenever we look into the aspects of law. And if it is so, then it has to be proved. Then the third aspect, very important, if it was a crime committed by the accused person, the circulation of the pen drives is also equally a wrong thing to do. Probably the act committed by that person was used by the opposition parties to attack him, or to attack him in the elections, or win points, or to defame him, whatever it may be the thing. But there were victims, there were women who were part of this video, and probably their life may have got ruined because of these videos. Anyhow, that is not the matter of our discussion, but these things to be known. Yeah, we are coming back to the chronology. There were allegations against Prajwal Revanna. Yes, after the election, soon after the election, if there was so much of intelligence in the Karnataka state, right? On one hand, the name of Karnataka was being defamed because of this pen drives, also because of the actions by the sitting MP. Then there was also an issue of defamation of the Hasana district's name, defamation of the personalities of many women. Their characters were tarnished. Beyond that, there was also an aspect what intelligence was doing. whether it was not aware of the fact that these many developments or this grave development is going on in Hasana. The possibility could be that this person who is accused may run away from this country. He has to book a ticket. He was holding a diplomatic visa, and the government in the state was Congress government. Naturally, it was an opposite to the alliance of BJP JDS. So they should have taken cognizance of the case. That means intelligence has failed in the first place. Okay. Now Prajwal Revanna flew. Now there is also a new drama coming in by HD Kumaraswamy. Anyhow, we'll look into it at the last. Now the case was very simple. When these things happened, when these things happened, so suddenly Prajwal Revanna's news got vanished, and all across there was only one news that HD Revanna is accused for kidnapping a person. HD Revanna is accused for kidnapping a victim who could have been the probable evidence in the Prajwal Revanna case. That was the whole issue. So, what happened next? HD Revanna was arrested. A. Then he was sent to the custody. B. So now HD Revanna went to the court, the special courts which is meant for the elected representatives seeking the bail. First he opted for anticipatory bail, then he went for full-fledged bail. Okay. So if the case was so grave, if the charges were so grave that we are looking into the aspects of IPC 362 and 364, how did he get the bail? That is a big question. First point, special court of session for criminal cases related to MPs and MLAs said that SIT made a grave mistake in this whole aspect. So now the question is, who is trying to deviate this case? Whether HD Revanna is trying to deviate the case, whether SIT is trying to deviate the case, whether Congress government, which is just using that aspect for the politics, and it is not intended to provide the justice to the victim. This is the big question to be asked, or whether there was a big conspiracy against the family. This is also a question in law. However, the first point is very simple. What happened is that department delayed. This is an important fact. See, in the last case as well, in Prabir Purkayasta case, even we saw that in the UAPA cases that Supreme Court ordered that you are supposed to go and inform the cause of your arrest or reason behind your arrest in written document. If they fail to do so, if they delayed the process, of a detainee to get the legal counsel. In such cases, Supreme Court will say your arrest is illegal. Similarly, even in this case, so SIT delayed. We don't know why did they delay if the case is so strong. If the kidnapping had really occurred and they had secured the victim, why SIT delayed? The whole aspect of recording the statement is the big question to be asked. Whom they are trying to fool is a big question. Yes. Now, department had delayed. That is what court is trying to say upon listening the arguments from both the parties. See, 4 to 5 days after she was rescued, if there was a serious problem and if the victim is so traumatized and if she is unable to give the statement, at least that should have been informed before the court that she is in a traumatized situation, she is unable to speak or unable to give this statement. But SIT did not come up with that reason as well. So the big question, what is going on all around? Are they trying to fool the public? Are they trying to fool the whole narrative which is going on? Or, or let's say whether the SIT or the government is not serious to provide the justice. That is the big question needs to be asked. Now, the second point, interestingly, special court also said, prima facie, there is no material. See, if you are arresting a person and if you are stating that we have a strong evidence, maybe you should be having some prima facie evidence to prove that point. Statement can be one such aspect. Probably they may have destroyed all the evidences. In that case, the statement of the victim becomes the proof in such cases. However, there was no statement and also there is no prima facie evidence to justify or there was no material to justify. But the section imposed, section 364A of IPC, which states kidnapping for ransom. Why did they impose this section or why did they invoke this section at all in the first place? That's a big question. Whether Revanna was doing it for the ransom Even SIT needs to ask this question, and also the Congress government who has appointed this SIT needs to ask Home Ministry, and whether there was a threat, cause death or hurt. Probably she may be also the evidence, or she may be the victim in Prajwal Revanna case. That is the connecting dot where we can make some connections to it. But the question is, SIT has failed to prove this point. That is the biggest mistake they have committed, which is why in two aspects or with 2 points, Prajwal or HD Revanna reasonably got a bail because of these two aspects. Now the political environment is so heated. Quite naturally, Mr. Kumaraswamy and JDS and everybody is saying it was a conspiracy against their family. If there was a strong case, they could have proven that in the court of law. And why did they arrest haphazardly without the proof and without the proper knowledge? Why did they arrest HD Revanna at all? If they have arrested, they should have ensured that there is a proper clause and proper reasoning. And they should have not left him without conducting a proper inquiry. But they have failed. Now, the issues of conspiracy will quite naturally rise. Now, on the aspect or by the lawyers or counsels of HD Revanna, they raised the question, and even special court said, or it got convinced, that there should have been a section of 362 instead of 364, which says whoever by force compels or by deceitful means induces any person to go from any place. So if I am trying to block somebody from going to any place, that I should be booked under 362 of the IPC, not 364. If I have a call record, or if I have some sort of proof, or I'm seeking some ransoms like some of the criminals do, in such cases that section must be invoked. If not, 362 should have been the rational and probably the reasonable ground for the invoking the section, and also to implicate, or let's say to charge Mr. HD Revanna in the case. However, they failed to do so. The question is also there that under 362, whether he would have got the bail. To avoid the bail, probably they would have invoked this section, but without backing up with proper facts and reasoning. That's why they failed. Now, SIT records that, yeah, also it is important thing I told you, that they failed to record the statement of the victim. See, look at the chronology, or look at the developments which went on. The idea is, see, she was rescued. It was said that she was rescued from somewhere, right? From somewhere on May 4th. Okay. Then whether she was sent to the hospital, whether she was, kept in some safe house, whether she was into the ambit of SIT, or whether she was not willing to give the statement, all things were supposed to be put in front of the special court, but they failed. Now, May 4th, they actually rescued the victim. Now, as soon as they rescued the victim, they may have, recorded her statement, or they may have asked the victim that who is the person who was responsible for your kidnapping. Suddenly, she may have told that Mr. Revanna was A2 person in this case, on whose behest some other person took me to some place where I was kept as kidnapped. Okay, I was kept as arrest or house arrest or whatever you can call it. So immediately SIT jumped, and Mr. HD Revanna, they arrested Mr. HD Revanna, and they took him to the custody between May 5th and 8th, from 5 to 8, 3 days. Then even after that, statement under CRPC, it is very clear that you are supposed to take a statement even after 4-5 days, that you have not recorded the statement, as I said earlier. So 5 days are over, you have not recorded the statement. At least you should have given the proper reasoning why you have not recorded. Then it all started with a small pendrive. Yeah, again coming back to the main point. The statement under section 164 of the CRPC, which should have been recorded immediately, was not recorded before the magistrate. So you cannot record. Probably on May 4th, she may have given the complaint or the statement before the SIT, I was kidnapped. But the important fact in this whole issue is that you are supposed to record the statement in front of the magistrate, not before police officer, not before IO, not before constable, not before writer. It is very clear. But SIT have failed to do so. Now the question will be raised whether victim was not ready to give the statement or was there a conspiracy. Again, the same questions will come. And then there is also delay would clearly cast a serious aspersion, doubts or dubiousness. Why there was such issue, why there was a delay, and with respect to existence of prima facie case, whether there was a case at all or not, or somebody was trying to deviate this whole thing, whether this drama was scripted, directed, produced by JDS and HD Revanna, or it was produced, scripted. Probably Revanna HD, sorry, Prajwal Revanna is out of the country. People will ask the questions now. Whether there was an adjustment politics between Congress or let's say HD Revanna and DK Shivkumar or HD Revanna and Sidramaya. That is also the question. Who is producing this whole drama? What is this drama about? You don't have prima facie evidence. You don't have prima facie grounds. You don't have prima facie sections. You don't have the statements. Even then, you did a big drama. Now the question. Now court is grilling SIT. Right. That's how he got an anticipatory bail last week and a main bail this week, or let's say a bail from arrest. Okay. So, though it has been argued that entire incident had taken place only to shield. So, the question, the point I am trying to explain is coming here. Whether it was all drama script made to shield Mr. Prajwal Revanna, deviate the case, make further EA2 and ensure that 2000, whatever may be the number, but media rumors and the escapist behavior of a sitting MP shows that there is something is there without which there is the fire of or a news, something called as fire, cannot be evoked or invoked. That means serious doubt will be raised, serious questions will be raised, and the case is not so simple or not so serious, or let's say more than the seriousness, it is a grave thing which has to be understood with respect to ethics, morality, also with respect to the law. In India, we have stringent of stringent laws for sexual harassments, post Nirbhaya case and everything. So we have seen how the guilty can be punished because there are serious laws and clauses. But whether SIT will invoke that clause, whether they are able to prove that clause, this is the big question. Whether they will be able to find out Prajwal Revanna, that is also a big question. So he has suddenly disappeared. He has it record stated that he went to Germany for vacations or what? We don't know. Yeah. Anyhow, this was a scripted story. The serious question is that I'm trying to put across a serious question, or it was a script by whom is a big question needs to be asked. Even we need to answer it to the courts, right? Either SIT, either the government or the Revanna family, Devegowda family, who was the former prime minister, who has the highest accountability towards the people. So he has to come out and say that who directed the script, what exactly happened. Now the next question will be, apart from stray allegations, a complaint EA2 Satish Babu at the behest of Mr. Revanna, this is the case. And there is also a new drama which is folding on. Oh, before that, yeah. So, because of these two major points, Revanna was able to get the bail even in the gravest of grave, or let's say the serious case of kidnapping and seeking a ransom. So, if the 362 would have been invoked, he would have got the bail, right? Because they do not have the ground, they did not record the statement. But they illogically, I don't know, that is what the court is trying to say, the special court, whether it was illogically imposed, right, without proper rationale, 364. Anyhow, he got the bail. Now the question is, who directed this drama? Now the big drama is unfolding. Apart from all this, Revanna got the bail. Now he is doing the temple run. He is trying to gain the sympathy of the people. Now the question is, who is going to provide the justice for the victims? Now all the politics which is happening into the system, even into the system of inquiry, even into the system of governance, even into the system of politics, even also in manipulating the public opinion. Everywhere the politics is running and going on. But the question is, who will provide the justice to the victims? That is an important question. How a powerful man could have used his power to or misused his power to exploit the people. That's also a big question needs to be asked. Anyhow, the new drama which is unfolding is HD Kumaraswamy is openly coming in public in front of the media and saying that return home, Prajwal, return home. So in order to, for what? Return to save the family's dignity. What is this drama? In the public itself, the face of the family has been let down by a person because of his acts. Yeah. If he was so cultured and if he was groomed so well, there would have been no chance that he would have committed such grave mistakes, right? Not a mistake, that's a crime which is punishable under Indian sections and Indian law. If not, then people will think that we cannot get justice from anybody. Anybody. It is impossible to get the justice. Therefore, to uplift the people's sentiment or people's faith on the justice system. So justice system has to step in and ensure that justice is being delivered. Perpetrators are being punished and victims are being secured, safeguarded, and their voices are to be heard and they need to be taken care of. Anyhow, the question again comes, the drama, public drama, which is Mr. Kumaraswamy is trying to do. People are, everybody is trying to troll him for this. What is the idea? He's trying to say, first thing, that to save the family dignity, please come. Mr. Prajwal Revanna, we don't know where you are, please come. What is this drama? At least after his brother's arrest, Kumaraswamy's brother is HD Revanna. After his brother's arrest, he would have taken the toll or he could have taken the cognizance of the case and ensured that I am going to settle down everything. So he should be having the reality check because it is also a matter of his family. Somewhere down the line, Prajwal Revanna is spending some money, right? He will be spending some money from the credit card, forex card, whatever the card may be. If the SIT is so willful, they could easily track him using the intelligence, seeking the help of CBI, Interpols. They can do it. Now he was using the diplomatic passport. It is impossible to say on in the last elections when HD Kumaraswamy went there on record and said in Hasana that he is not the son of Revanna, but he is my son. Now it will be very shocking or very doubtful to believe that Mr. Kumaraswamy do not have the communication with Revanna. Yeah, that's a public opinion. Naturally, anybody will say that within a family matter, if somebody is running away somewhere, and that person is not some illiterate person or some person of low profile, he is an MP. Everybody will be knowing. He is also a member of that HD Devagowda family. And if he is committing some crime, means that is also tarnishing aspect on the family of HD Devagowda. But anyhow, Mr. Kumaraswamy is coming out in public and people are laughing at him. And he's trying to communicate with the Prajwal Revanna through the media. What a drama. It's a classic case how people can be fooled easily. We must understand one fact that by coming in public and seeking, if anybody would have done this thing, the same Kumaraswamy would have said what a drama they are trying to create, whom they are trying to prove. Again, in politics, everything is fair. But in justice system, it is not supposed to happen like this. The question is very simple. What sort of drama? On the one hand, brother HD Revanna is directing some drama. On the other hand, this person is coming who is also a responsible person, who is also having the ties with BJP. Now his responsibility becomes multifold because whatever the actions he is going to do, it is going to affect Mr. Narendra Modi, who is going to be the Prime Minister very soon, probably with the coming of elections or when we see the opinion by the people or multiple surveys suggest the same thing. Anyhow, the thing is very simple that he has also need to uphold the Maitri Dharma and also uphold the Dharma with which he joined the hands with Narendra Modi, family Dharma, ethics, his promise for the public upon whose votes he has won, but his brother's son who has exploited that opportunity, becoming the member of parliament, legislator, who has exploited the support of the people to his whims and fancies to uh, create such uh, un, let's say, let's not jump into the conclusion as of now. Let the law take its course anyhow. But however, if the accusations are to be believed that he has misused his power, that's a grave mistake anybody could do. Anyhow, is it a public drama? And is it a joke? The people are asking, why are you coming and stating the same thing in public? Why can't you send a message through his the mother or his father or his brother who is also an MLC? What sort of drama? Without the communication with family, can he be escaping to Germany or any other place? Somewhere down the line, he may need the money. He cannot be in the hideout all the time. He has to come out in public, and this is a big drama. I don't know whether the people call it like that or whether the Congress call it like that, but somewhere down the line this family has become a big drama family. Yeah, if it has to uphold its reputation, if it thinks that by dignity has been affected, that means they could have given the proper culture if the accusations are true, and they should have groomed him properly if the accusations are true. Now crying foul on the parties in the power is a very bad thing or very childish thing to do. And final fact is that the important law question is that it is impossible to believe that the family members do not have the communication with Revanna, Prajwal Revanna, and coming out in public and crying for sympathy doesn't give justice to the victims if there are victims in reality. So anyhow, this is all the case about how Prajwal Revanna got his bail, even when there was a serious section of IPC, and whether it was a whole drama scripted to deviate the main issue towards the issue of a father. Usually, they do it in a family business or family thing that in order to avoid or rescue the son, father goes to jail or father takes all the blame, ensuring that at least his son will have a bright future. But these blindfoldedness, we have a lesson from Kurukshetra that father and mother, when they are blind, right? When they are blind, even when they can see the actions